Hello, I'm Adam Pacitti from Cultaholic.com, joined by Sam Driver from Cultaholic.com. How are you doing, Sam?
Yeah, I'm not bad, mate. You?
I'm poorly. Everyone's poorly.
Yeah.
Jack's away today. Ross is still dying. Let's take a look at the headlines. First off, Kurt Angle has accepted a WWE Superstars challenge for a match at WrestleMania 35. Next up, this year's WrestleMania looks to be the longest show in WWE history. And finally, Becky Lynch has revealed that she was almost released prior to her WWE debut. So recently, Kurt Angle took to Instagram and asked fans who they would like to see wrestle him at his final match, his retirement match at WrestleMania 35.
Yeah, big deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Big
lots
deal.
and lots of names mentioned. I looked at the top comments. All of the most hearted comments were John Cena.
Yeah, John Cena's the shoe-in though, isn't he?
Absolutely.
It's full circle. You know.
I get it.
Yeah.
And it's not a match that I wouldn't like to see. I think it would be a really good match, and you know that both of those guys, because they respect each other so much, combined with the fact that it's Angle's last match, they would go absolutely all out.
Yeah, Angle's going to go hard no matter what, so...
But we're not getting it, because another WWE superstar has accepted his challenge.
I'd be pretty excited about this in general. I think it'd still be a pretty solid match.
It would be a great match.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. That man is Shelton Benjamin. So Shelton Benjamin put his own his own Instagram post up. And
you have to get the accentuation right on all
I
of
will,
the
don't you worry.
words, right?
WrestleMania, guaranteed instant classic, and wrestling! I'm game. No, you're not. That's someone else. It's true. Make it happen. # Team Angle exclusive. And then Kurt replied to this with, I'm game. No, you're not. That's a different man. Angle. What are you on about? So... you know what? It's not going to happen. Kurt Angle is revealing tonight.
Highly unlikely.
I just don't think it's a draw, is it? No. Unfortunately, and Shelton is amazing. We've seen him sparingly used, to say the least, on SmackDown.
Forgotten about a bit.
Which is such because he can still go.
Yeah, he's amazing.
He's unbelievable in the ring. Kurt Angle will reveal tonight who will actually face him at WrestleMania. The possibilities.
He's going to get half of it out of his mouth, and then Shelton's mama's going to come down to the ring. And that's it. That's the big moment. Everybody wants to see that. Shelton's mama on a pole match. The end of WrestleMania 35.
That's the main event as well, of course it is. So interestingly, Dave Meltzer insinuated last week on the Wrestling Observer that it's unlikely to be Angle versus Cena, and WWE have plans for 2 different matches for both of those guys. They're both going to likely be on the card, but Angle definitely is John Cena. You can't have a WrestleMania without John Cena, but apparently it's not going to be those 2. We talked about this at some length on the podcast this week, who we'd like to see. Mine was Chad Gable. Yeah. Because I would prefer to see... Yeah, Jesus, totally. Yeah. I would prefer to see Angle put over someone in his final match. Sure, it'd be a nice moment with Cena and Angle, but think of the game from...
He has to put somebody over. I think he's just that type of person, isn't he?
But there's no benefit of him putting over Cena. Who would you like to see?
As much as I'd like him to face Shelton Benjamin or Charlie Haas, or just both of them at once, or just have them come down.
Handicap match.
Come down as his seconds, maybe. I think Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle took to I think it was Twitter recently, and he was quite open about it and saying, like, come on. And I think that would be exceptional with both of their backgrounds in obviously Angle and wrestling, Riddle in mixed martial arts in general. So. Yeah, I'd love to see that.
I hadn't even thought about
over Riddle as like Superman, and it's a testimonial match, though, isn't it? It's sort of like an exhibition. So you don't really need it to be somebody from the main roster. It can be somebody from NXT if it's somebody who feels worthy.
I think you should be putting someone over, and I think that's a really, really great shout.
Yeah.
And it would absolutely make Riddle, combined with the fact that Riddle actually has enough name value to casual fans because of his time in MMA.
And this will put him straight on the main stage. It'll probably fast track him through NXT, which would be a bit of a shame, but...
I wouldn't be anti it. The guy's going to be huge. He's got everything, total package. Let us know who you think will face Kurt Angle in the comments below, but do it now because it's going to be revealed tonight on Raw. Next up, this year's WrestleMania is likely set to be the longest WrestleMania of all time. A record which is currently held. It's WrestleMania. Get excited!
I'm
Get excited!
We're going to have to... How drunk are we going to be by the end of this?
Billy Bollocks. The longest Mania to date is last year's, WrestleMania 34. 14 matches in total and a total runtime of 314 minutes. That's 5.23 hours. Good math, Sam. Good math. The confirmed matches for this year's WrestleMania. are the Raw Women's title. Likely to be the main event, Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch, of course. The Universal title match, Big Bad Broccoli Lesnar versus Seth Rollins. No holds barred match between Triple H and Batista. He gave him what he wanted. Kurt Angle's retirement match, Kurt Angle versus...
Shelton Benjamin.
All right. Shane McMahon versus The Miz, perhaps with George, the special guest ref. Singles match, AJ Styles versus Randy Orton in a match that was absolutely made on this week's SmackDown. They killed it. And likely, the Cruiserweight Championship match will be on the line. Buddy Murphy versus Tony Nese or Cedric.
I really hope it's Tony Nese so
Cedric's
badly.
had it enough, it's fine. But there are likely matches to be happening also. Some of these are more likely than others. But this could make up to 17 matches on this WrestleMania card.
It'll take it to just over 6 hours.
It'll take it to July.
Yeah.
The likely matches, we're going to see, almost definitely at this point, we're going to see Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston.
Yeah.
Kofi Kingston, of course, has the gauntlet match kicking off this week's SmackDown, which is going to be absolutely terrific.
Yeah.
If he wins, he's got the match. It's going to happen. Asuka versus question marks. Who knows? Who knows what they're doing? We're hearing rumours of a triple threat. Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville versus Asuka.
Yep.
Maybe somebody will be called up from NXT. It doesn't seem like they know what they're doing.
Beth Phoenix.
Well, we'll get to her as well. Bayley and Sasha Banks versus Beth Phoenix, and Natalya versus Nia Jax and Tamina versus someone for the Raw Women's Tag Team Championships. That's very much a rumour at this point, but I think with just how new those titles are, we're going to see them on the line at WrestleMania. I think they need to be featured on the card.
Prestige, don't you?
Yep. The Raw Tag Team Championships, the Revival versus Aleister Black and Ricochet, perhaps versus someone else. I think it's likely that that'll be relegated to the pre-show. But who knows?
It's a big, strong, fast match to kick things off.
Yeah, absolutely. The Usos versus the Hardys versus the Bar versus Nakamura and Rusev versus someone else, perhaps as well, is a rumoured match.
That just sounds like a slog, that match.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Hardy Boys have been really gunning for a one-on-one, not a one-on-one, just a tag team match with the Usos, which would be great. And realistically, also, the last time that we'll probably see the Hardys together at WrestleMania. You'd like to think.
I don't want to think about that.
Could happen. The US title, Samoa Joe versus somebody. Rey Andrade going to be in there. Yeah. I'd like to see that.
I'd like to see all the belts on the show.
Yeah, I mean, I think some of these are more likely than others. I think realistically, this next one probably doesn't have a place on the card. Bobby Lashley versus someone for the IC title. I don't think there's enough.
There's not really anything happening, is there?
No, unfortunately not. Roman Reigns versus somebody, likely Drew.
Yeah.
Of course. And then you've got the Armbar, the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, and the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal. Those aren't confirmed yet. But they're going to happen.
They're going to happen, and that's your pre-show plus one tag match, I'd imagine.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Or the Cruiserweight match, which is a shame.
I'd like the Cruiserweight to go onto the main card, but...
We'll see. I mean, it's just, there's so much to build to in such a short amount of time.
Yeah.
A lot of these do seem like they're going to happen. Some of them, I think, won't. And the US title and the IC title and maybe the SmackDown tag titles are the ones that I think will probably miss out at the moment.
Yeah, it's just a shame because I'd like for every year for there to be stories for every belt and to make it a big deal on WrestleMania, and it is sort of like the Night of Champions, but not that pay-per-view. It's just a bit of a shame when there's nothing kicking around for the belts.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We'll see. Time will tell, but I think it's very, very likely that last year's record for longest WrestleMania will be broken this year. And then next year, 2-day Mania, baby.
We'll have greatest WrestleMania, which will be one in the US.
Stop it.
The Sunday will be in Saudi
Next
Arabia.
story. Next up, Becky Lynch has revealed that she was almost released by WWE prior to her NXT TV debut in 2014.
Unthinkable.
Given the current climate, yes, it is.
What would it be like right now if she wasn't around?
It's all about Kofi anyway, who cares? No. So Lynch yesterday tweeted a picture of herself taking on Summer Rae, remember her, with the caption, "A couple of weeks before this, they were going to let me go. I've been fighting to survive this place since day one. I'll never be above what I had to do to stay alive. Staying alive. Hashtag happy St. Paddy's Day." And she's recently opened about her distaste for her Irish dancer gimmick, which was, of course, the gimmick that she was saddled with, of course, which she also did on the Indies, right?
Yeah, but she, you come to the big stage and everybody's really serious about you, and then it's like, get out there and dance.
Yep. Sometimes you've just got to make a frickin' fool of yourself.
Frickin'.
And then you become a little bit untouchable. So I tell you, it's going to make one hell of a biography one day, I hope. That was terrible, and we all know it was terrible. Let nobody else say anything different. So it's just interesting that the biggest star, the biggest female star in WWE right now was almost out the door.
But who would have replaced her in the sort of... Would it have even happened? Would we have that sort of group of people?
Yeah, it's
one of those weird what ifs, isn't it?
Yeah, and I wonder like how close she was to being let go. It's interesting, and it makes you sort of wonder how many superstars have been let go that would have gone on to amazing things.
Yeah.
Hello, Neville.
Thanks for watching. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. You can follow us on Twitter at Cultaholic. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Cultaholic. If you enjoy what we do here at Cultaholic, you can pledge to us on Patreon. That's patreon.com/Cultaholic. And most importantly, don't forget to hit subscribe and join us.